Hi there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the awesome Feculent Gnarlmaw model. We're just going to do a quick review today, but we're going to go over what I like about the model, what some of the shortcomings are of the model, and whether we need to do some conversions or just make some new ones. Anyway, let's get down to it. So here it is, this is our Feculent Gnarlmaw, and immediately you can see that it is very much a Nurgle model. You can see that, we've got these pustules kind of in these threes up here. You can see we've got this ginormous, kind of gaping maw, feculent gnarlmaw, gnarly tree, maw for the mouth, and it's feculent because it's nurgly and it's kind of feces-like. So there you go. So it does exactly what the name says. That's a good start. You'll notice that there's loads of detail in here. Nothing is quite overbearing though, so even though there's a lot going on, nothing's really kind of overwhelming your sense of wow, there's too much detail to paint or kind of go on here. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about sub-assemblies. I've got this guy assembled, but I did him in a sub-assembly. I really want to kind of get into here and make sure that when light goes in that it is, painted. It's just going to be like a contrast paint. But I also really like the fact that you've got a different texture on the inside, and you've got all these kind of maggots and filth kind of in the bottom of the maw. I also like that when it chews and swallows, it doesn't go into the creature somewhere. It actually gets sucked down into the ground to keep fertilizing that garden of Nurgle. That is awesome. Now, when it comes to the overall design of it, I like the fact that it looks like it's part of something that is living. It looks like someone came along, planted this, feculent tree, and it's grown from that environment, which is pretty cool. You can see we've got stuff bursting up, these tentacles out of the ground here. The very tree itself is kind of coming up and corrupting. The arms you can see, you can actually have moved them around, but because of the fragility of these here bells, I just wanted them to be protected a little bit by the kind of the structure of the base down below. You can see that there's loads of opportunity for color and kind of bringing this model alive. We've got the tentacles, we've got the bells, which will be kind of a bronzy, kind of brassy color. We've got the chains here, and I love the fact that we can just offer so much depth to this model. The roots and and kind of the tree that's all rotting and pustulent there is fantastic. So we'll have the rich browns. So loads of opportunity for color. Now, with the three eyes in here, we did have the option of having them capped off like this, or we could open them up and they'll have like a wooden texture underneath, so we can shuffle up the tree a little bit. But I think the answer to that is going to be converting. I want about 4 of these things, so I think I'm just going to convert my way through. But that'll be a blast. That'll be a ton of fun. You'll also see that you can have this crown up top here, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra personality. I love the fact that this thing is a tree, but it genuinely looks like it's come to life. Now, the size of it, for when we're kind of modifying things, I know there's loads of posts on, the different groups and all that, asking for what the size of this thing is. You'll see that I've got my kind of new surface here, and in this 4x4 square, you can see that it fits very tidily. Looking from above, you can see that it really doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It fits really, really well. So it'll be great. We can park this thing on the table, and even though it is a terrain piece, it's not going to obstruct things too much. It'll obstruct kind of flow and people moving over top of it, but it will not obstruct, where you can put it all that much. And as a Nurgle player, you want as many places as you can sneak this in as humanly possible. So very clearly, I really enjoy this model. I am looking forward to painting all the little bits and bobs. I love the fact that it's growing out of the ground. It's got a lot of animation to it, even though it's just a tree. You can see we're inspired by the Great Unclean one here, that kind of pear shape. And you can see that the roots are kind of coming out of the muck. And, so it looks like it's starting to move across the landscape. And I think that's just really, really awesome. The only drawbacks I would say on this model are the fragility of a couple of the pieces. You'll see here there's a branch that I busted off just from handling it, and I think it just might have been like a little beat up on the sprue maybe, or what have you. But either way, that's a little rough. And then these bells, I think obviously we're going to be very careful of what's going on with these bells. They are fairly rigid in all, but I don't think they can take any kind of real punishment. I mentioned mentioned that the bells here, I mean, we have an option. We could have had 7 bells, but we only have 6, which is kind of saddening for me as a Nurgle player, I'm not gonna lie. But it looks great. It looks like a ton of fun, and we can preserve that fragility of these bells just by kind of making sure that the arms are positioned in a way that the bells hang over the little bits of the base here. So that's it for this review, guys. I hope it was of value. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it and you feel I deserve it, smash that like button. It really helps get the YouTube algorithms kind of working in our favor. If you want more content just like this, smash that subscribe button and hit the little bell that goes along with it. You get notifications of all of our future videos. But like I said, that's it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.